What is synthetic identity fraud? Have you ever wondered how some people manage to open credit accounts without being who they claim to be? This brings us to the topic of synthetic identity fraud. This type of fraud involves creating a fake identity by mixing real and made-up personal information. A common method is using a real social security number, often stolen, combined with false details like a fake name, date of birth, and address. This creates a new identity that does not belong to any real person. Unlike traditional identity theft, where a fraudster takes over an existing person's identity, synthetic identity fraud builds an entirely new persona. The use of a real social security number gives this fake identity a sense of legitimacy, making it easier to pass verification checks used by credit card companies and banks. Fraudsters often use these synthetic identities to open credit accounts, including credit cards. At first, they may use these accounts responsibly to create a credit history and score. This process can take months or even years. Once the synthetic identity appears trustworthy, fraudsters can run up charges or take out loans they never intend to repay. This leads to significant financial losses for credit card companies and other lenders. There are two main ways to create synthetic identities. The first is through manipulated identities, where a real person's information is altered, such as changing the name or date of birth. This can be done by individuals trying to hide poor credit history or by fraudsters. These identities are generally easier to detect. The second method is manufactured identities. These are entirely fake identities created by combining stolen real information, like a social security number, with made-up personal details. These identities do not correspond to any real person and are harder to identify. From a credit card perspective, synthetic identity fraud is a major challenge. These fake identities can pass many standard identity verification processes. Fraudsters may open checking accounts or credit card accounts under these synthetic identities, build a credit profile, and then exploit the credit lines for fraudulent purchases or cash advances. The credit card industry faces losses due to these fraudulent accounts, as synthetic identities are difficult to trace. Detecting synthetic identity fraud requires advanced techniques that go beyond traditional identity checks. Credit card issuers need to focus on patterns in credit behavior, inconsistencies in application data, and the age and activity of credit profiles. Staying alert is essential to prevent synthetic identities from opening accounts and causing financial harm. In summary, synthetic identity fraud involves creating a fake identity using a mix of real and false information. This fraud often targets credit card systems to open accounts and commit financial crimes. It is a growing concern for credit card security and fraud prevention efforts.